Many of us live in a constant state of anxiety that stops us from reaching our full potential and often leads to physical illness. In You're Too Good to Feel This Bad, Nate Dallas chronicles his escape from the trap of anxiety and his journey to improved physical and mental health. He stresses the importance of high-quality sleep, proper breathing, hydration, and nutrition for overall health, and delves into the psychological aspects of wellness. He offers a guide for improving your mindset, finances, work-life balance, and diet. The journey to personal peace. Nate Dallas managed to run a dental practice and multiple side businesses, in addition to spending quality time with his family. However, he also experienced health issues for years. After numerous tests and consultations with different doctors, all of whom couldn't identify the cause of his symptoms, he finally saw a specialist known as Dr. Y. Dr. Y diagnosed him with stress and anxiety after conducting several tests and listening to his list of symptoms, which included insomnia, migraines, and stomach pain. Dallas was initially skeptical about this diagnosis as he didn't feel stressed or anxious. But Dr. Y explained that his body was functioning as if it were under extreme stress due to always being in fight or flight mode. He was reluctant to take medication, especially mind-altering drugs that could change his energy levels, but Dallas agreed to take an anti-anxiety medication for 30 days, which helped him sleep better. He also had a colonoscopy and lab workups, which showed no serious conditions like tumors or ulcers, and he started feeling better both physically and mentally. Dallas then embarked on a journey of recovery by educating himself about gut health, neurology, and psychology through reading books and watching videos. He used test kits to obtain useful data about what was happening inside his body. This included measuring vitamins, minerals, essential elements, hormones, enzymes, heavy metals, toxins, yeast, and bacteria. Over time, he noticed improvements in many areas of his life, including relationships, mental clarity, fulfillment, and peace, due to changes in brain chemistry brought about by reduced stress levels. He did this by learning improved rest patterns physically, mentally, and spiritually. He started helping others by sharing insights and strategies he learned during his recovery journey, leading them towards positive changes such as resolving marital issues, getting off antidepressants, losing weight, finding peace, and building entirely different futures. Resilience, humility, discipline, and honesty are necessary for personal growth and success. When you practice these traits, you live a more fulfilled life. Dallas went from being a novice to developing a sequence of well-vetted practices that guarantee improvement. By following his advice, you can learn to experience life more vibrantly, improve your relationships, and gain self-understanding. Optimize your sleep. We need high-quality sleep for overall health and productivity. Proper sleep can increase memory, focus, and mental cognition. It can even protect against diseases like cancer and dementia. And yet, modern society often disregards sleep quality due to work pressures or lifestyle choices. Light exposure has an impact on our sleep cycle through its effect on the release of melatonin, the hormone that tells the brain when to sleep. Excessive exposure to artificial light sources can delay or reduce melatonin release, leading to poor sleep quality. An essential neurotransmitter, adenosine, attaches to receptors in the brain to block the nervous system and induce sleep. Every hour that we are awake, our adenosine levels climb steadily. Caffeine addiction blocks adenosine receptors in our brain, delaying sleepiness but causing crashes later when caffeine wears off. Alcohol also disturbs healthy sleep cycles by blocking rapid, eye-movement REM sleep. Healthy sleep has a repeating cycle of REM sleep and non-REM sleep. When we fall asleep, we enter the non-REM stage first, which causes our heart rate to slow and our body temperature to drop. As we get further into the non-REM stage, we enter deep sleep, where the body repairs, grows tissues, and strengthens our immune system. After a deep non-REM stage, we move into a REM stage, which is the dream state. In this stage, our brain becomes more active and processes all the information from the day, storing what we have learned into memory. To achieve superior sleep, maintain a consistent bedtime and wake time for at least 2 weeks. Reduce exposure to blue light from screens before bedtime. Keep your bedroom cool and limit activities in bed to sleep and sex. You also need to reduce caffeine and alcohol consumption and maintain regular daily routines. Learn to breathe properly. Deep breathing using the diaphragm rather than shallow chest breathing is important for optimal oxygenation of the body. Oxygen saturation refers to the percentage of hemoglobin molecules in our red blood cells that are currently carrying oxygen. Oxygen saturation levels in healthy adults are usually around 95% to 99%, meaning most inhaled oxygen is exhaled unused. We have an adequate supply of oxygen in the blood ready to be used. Our bodies remove it from storage in the blood and deliver it to the body parts in need. However, the release of stored oxygen from hemoglobin in red blood cells is triggered by carbon dioxide CO2. We can have an abundance of oxygen in the blood, but without adequate CO2, the oxygen remains trapped and cannot be used. Overbreathing can reduce the amount of available CO2, thus reducing oxygen utilization. Calm, deep breathing using the diaphragm can increase oxygen delivery to tissues, improving performance. Nose breathing is better than mouth breathing. It has many benefits, such as increased oxygen uptake, better air filtration, and temperature regulation. Dallas trained himself to breathe through his nose by taping his mouth shut for 6 months. He removed the tape when he was in public, needed to eat, or had to speak. But when he was reading, writing, meditating, or driving alone, he was taped up. Another benefit of nose breathing involves nitric oxide, which helps enhance physical performance by opening airways and blood vessels. NO is released naturally by the body into the nose during breathing. Hence, nose breathing increases its use in the body. Stress or exercise can trigger faster or heavier breathing due to rising CO2 levels from muscle use. However, maintaining calm nasal breathing during these times can improve CO2 tolerance and overall physical performance. Intake and exercise. Dehydration has negative effects on health, such as restricted muscular function and blood circulation, memory loss, and lack of concentration. The Mayo Clinic recommends 2.7 liters of water per day for women and 3.7 liters for men, with individual needs varying based on factors that include body type, climate, activity levels, and age. Beverages such as coffee, tea, beer, wine, sodas, and energy drinks can actually lead to dehydration despite their high water content. This is because such drinks make us urinate more often. Try eliminating all non-water beverages and increasing your water intake. Many aspects of our food system are unhealthy. Processed foods are full of addiction-inducing ingredients like sugar. Take control over your own dietary habits for better health outcomes. Proper eating is a lifestyle change rather than a temporary fix. To make healthier choices, buy the best available option. If you can't pronounce many of the 5-syllable ingredients listed on the label, it's probably not the best option. Compare labels and choose wisely. Eat whole, natural foods. However, you should also establish one cheat day per week. Many of us have significant emotional attachments to food. Having a day to cheat allows you an emotional benefit, but also keeps your body on track for most of the week. In time, you will feel so noticeably lousy after the cheat day that you may no longer want it. Diversify your diet and maintain consistent eating schedules. You need a natural, plant-based diet for overall health and well-being. Purge your pantry of unhealthy foods and replace them with wholesome alternatives. This approach eliminates guilt, stress, and anxiety associated with food decisions. Regular exercise is also important to maintain physical health. Work up a good sweat at least 3 times per week. Sex and yard work count. Push or pull something heavy at least 2 days per week. Include some form of weight training or other activity that requires muscular strain. Work a muscle safely to the extreme, then allow at least 3 days of recovery before working that same muscle again. Psychological aspects of wellness. Our state is the current condition of both our physical body and our mental processes. It influences our interpretations, decisions, and actions. It can even affect those around us. There is a universal body language that communicates moods. Depression is associated with physical changes such as dropped shoulders, shallow breathing, a lethargic speaking tone, and low energy levels. Physical changes and emotional moods can initiate or intensify each other. Understanding this empowers us to prevent a bad mood from escalating or even reverse it. Our thoughts can significantly impact our mood and overall health. By focusing on positive thoughts or memories, we can effectively change our mental state. However, this requires practice and self-awareness. Preemptively start your day with powerful posture, deliberate movement, and mindful thinking to prevent falling into a suboptimal state. Over time, as new patterns form and old ones break down, less effort is required to maintain a positive mindset. Breaking negative patterns and changing your state of mind can improve your overall well-being. When you realize that you're in a negative state, take immediate action to change your physical and mental state. This could involve changing scenery, moving physically, or altering sensory input. Everyone's methods for state changing will be different, so find what works best for you. Practice these changes until they become habits. Avoid making big decisions while in a poor emotional state, as it can lead to exaggerated perceptions or overlooked details. Instead, strive to move into a healthier mental space before making important decisions. Cultivate a healthy mindset. There are many steps toward having a healthy mindset. Practice self-reflection and question your beliefs and actions. Consider the possibility of being wrong about your perceptions, beliefs, and actions. Many of our beliefs are influenced by others or by limited experiences, which can be changed by developing a fresh mindset. Our mindset has an impact on how we interpret events. When we have a healthier mindset, oriented toward individual responsibility and character, the world becomes a different place. In the absence of angst and guilt, we can develop the capacity to become more calculated and less impulsive. We become comfortable being wrong, and we lose the need to always be right. We can remove our biases and see more truth. Choose an identity aligned with your desired character and set specific goals for it. Let go of things you can't control and focus on what you can change. Break free from ingrained habits that no longer benefit you. Set personal rules and stick to them, rather than expecting others to change their behaviors. Acting against our values leads to guilt, anxiety, and depression, which often are misdirected toward others. Acknowledging shortcomings is more beneficial than making excuses or blaming others for problems. Honesty and taking responsibility for your actions are more important than seeming virtuous. Desire and courage determine whether we take necessary actions or not. Learn to question your desires if you know what is necessary but cannot do it. The action might not be important enough, or maybe you haven't fully considered the risks of not doing it and the benefits of going through with it. Faith and fear are always affecting our courage. Faith gives us the assurance that some things are worth doing. Fear is constantly attacking those beliefs, pestering us to reconsider. Faith is a crucial factor in overcoming fear and building confidence in ourselves, God, other people, or systems. We can cultivate faith, confidence, and courage to navigate through life's challenges. The antidote to the destructive nature of fear is courage. Happiness shouldn't be the primary goal of a healthy mindset. Instead, inner peace should be sought. To reach a healthy mindset, we also need to appreciate the immense power of our language. We must stop speaking too thoughtlessly. We should be impeccable with words, as they can significantly impact lives. Developing a superior mindset is a gradual process requiring patience and grace toward ourselves and others. Set boundaries for criticism and compare yourself only to your past self, not others. Feedback should come from those who genuinely care for your growth and well-being. Choose your friends wisely, as mindsets are contagious. Surrounding yourself with people who only agree with you hinders growth and diversity. Seek relationships with elders and continuously challenge yourself for personal growth. Meet your own needs. Dallas and his friend attended a seminar by life coach Tony Robbins that had a profound impact on them. The seminar turned out to be a life-saving experience for his friend, who had been contemplating suicide. The seminar focused on understanding the 6 human needs: certainty, variety, significance, love and connection, growth and contribution. Certainty refers to security in knowing what to expect in life, while variety is about seeking new experiences or changes. Significance is about feeling important or valued. Love and connection pertain to deep human bonding. Growth involves continuous personal development. Contribution refers to giving back or making a difference. Identify which of these needs you value most, as they often influence your daily thoughts and behaviors. These needs are met differently by different people based on their perceptions and priorities. It's important to meet these needs in positive ways, rather than resorting to harmful methods due to desperation. For instance, yelling at coworkers, employees, kids, or your significant other could meet your need for certainty by giving you control, and for significance by making you feel powerful. Fortunately, we can become addicted to beneficial activities just as quickly as dangerous ones. We must create and control our habits, so they do not control us. Control over our reactions and emotions produces a higher form of certainty than hiding. Acknowledge your natural capacity for both evil and good. By taking 100% ownership of our emotions, we can control our reactions better and grow as individuals. Leisure, rest, and recreation. We need leisure, rest, and recreation for a good work-life balance. Leisure should be purposeful time spent cultivating virtue and character outside of work tasks. Proper leisure can lead to improvements in every aspect of life if it's intentional, unrushed, and unencumbered time used for activities aimed at personal growth. Take time off not just when you're ill, but also for superior reasons like preventing illness or promoting mental health through leisure activities such as reading a book or getting a massage. Leisure time spent in nature can provide a sense of perspective and tranquility, enhancing personal relationships and professional performance. Rest is crucial for recovery from physical exertion and mental stress. After a week of hard work or even a weekend of staying up late, your body needs rest to prevent a downward spiral. Recreation or play is essential for maintaining creativity, individuality, and community bonds. We often replace purposeful recreation with meaningless distractions or more work. Instead of being together playing, which deepens friendships, intensifies relationships, and forges a sense of unity, we elect to keep busy alone. Rediscover the joy of play to alleviate stress and anxiety through activities like adventure racing, group workouts, board games, or team sports. Learn to meditate. Meditation is a vital practice for achieving stillness and peace amid daily distractions. It differs from mindfulness, which involves focusing on the present moment, and contemplation, which means thinking about thinking. Dallas' initial attempts at meditation were unsuccessful until he realized it required stillness rather than active focus. In meditation, we try to make our minds still enough to create empty pockets of space that are devoid of regular thoughts. This reduces stress and anxiety and increases creativity and productivity. Societal pressures make it difficult for us to embrace stillness through meditation. People may feel guilty about taking time out for themselves or fear what they might discover in silence. However, choosing to make time for meditation is an act of personal freedom. Everyone has an innate desire for stillness, but we often struggle with how to achieve it. Find ways to eliminate ambient noise to achieve mental quietness. Choose a time and place where you will meditate. Show up without distractions such as phones and just sit there. It's not about having zero thoughts, but accepting them, examining them, and sorting them into categories. Over time, this practice can lead to greater self-understanding. Use a consistent routine before meditating to get into the right mindset. This includes reflecting on your weaknesses and strengths without becoming too self-absorbed. Over time, these reflections become opportunities for growth. Declutter your life. Material clutter can be a serious issue in our lives. Physical possessions reflect our emotional state. Too many items can indicate inner turmoil or unmet needs. By questioning why we accumulate so much stuff, we can better understand our motivations and insecurities. This understanding allows us to declutter both our physical spaces and mental states. Improving our spaces improves our emotional state as well. The goal is to create more peace, well-being, time, energy, and personal fulfillment by removing unnecessary items from our lives. Minimalism helps us declutter physical spaces and emotional attachments. Owning less can lead to a more peaceful and restful environment, making it easier to welcome unexpected guests or enjoy leisure time without the stress of clutter. Evaluate your possessions critically by asking if they are useful, necessary, or life-giving. Try removing one item per day or doing a large purge all at once. Dallas' wife embarked on a major home cleanout while he was away on vacation. Upon returning home, he found a cleaner and simpler space that was easier to maintain. Inspired by this transformation, he also began decluttering his belongings. The process extended beyond physical items to include relationships and commitments that no longer served him well. He distanced himself from negative influences and stopped consuming biased news media, leading to improved attitudes. Calendar decluttering means evaluating scheduled activities for the benefit and joy they bring. Align your schedule with your values rather than societal norms or expectations. Minimalism is a way of reducing anxiety and burdens while creating a life filled with peace, rest, and gratitude. Question your work-life balance. Work hours have an impact on personal life. Despite advancements in technology and efficiency, the standard workweek has remained at 40 hours, with many people working even more. This leads to exhaustion and dissatisfaction. Dallas reduced his workweek from 5 days to 4 without a drop in productivity or revenue. This change forced him to reduce wasted time and develop better systems. People's lifestyles tend to elevate parallel to their incomes, leading them to never reach a place of contentment. Question whether you are truly fulfilled by your work or if you're merely following societal norms. Most jobs could be consolidated, compressed, and cut using modern technology. Set clear goals for why you want changes in your work life, whether it's making more money in less time or giving up income for more free time. Don't just raise your standards for how you work, but also have a clear goal for why you want these changes. Dallas, a serial entrepreneur, decided to take a sabbatical from his side businesses for a year. He shut down several ventures and declined new opportunities. This was initially difficult due to his discomfort with stillness and inactivity. However, he realized that he needed this break to understand what he truly wanted from life. In this quiet period, he discovered his introverted nature and the need for balance between pursuing ventures and enjoying solitude. Despite enjoying the free time, he was still stressed due to his main job owning a dental practice. Tired of managing the business, he decided to sell it while continuing as an employee under the new owner. This decision led to a significant reduction in monthly income, but provided him with peace of mind. If your goal is security, peace, and freedom, you need sufficient funds. Simply saving money is valuable, but it's not enough to reach your goals. You also need to maximize your earning and investment potential. An efficient income source, coupled with a minimalist approach, can lead to reduced financial stress. Establish routines where income outweighs expenses. Automated investing is a method that can help anyone become a millionaire by using the power of compound interest. The key is to invest consistently and aim for an 8% return, which is achievable in the stock market. The S&P 500 index, for instance, has historically delivered this level of return. With an 8% interest rate, your money doubles roughly every 9 years. Avoid expensive brokers and complicated investments. Instead, consider investing in low-fee index funds, which track the broader market's performance. You can set up automatic contributions, making the process simple and cost-effective. Diversify your investments with a mix of stocks and trust the system to work over the long term. Money can magnify character traits. Caring people become more charitable, while greedy ones become greedier. While having money is not inherently wrong, it can be perilous. We often chase wealth without fully understanding what we seek. Giving substantial financial rewards to individuals with unresolved personal issues rarely ends well. The real winners in life are those who figure out how to create wealth, not just income. Wealth includes security, freedom, peace, and fulfillment. Remember that any path toward peace requires patience and determination.